Hey everybody, my name is Mike. I am not for Coltrane, and I think the feed is actually functioning, but yeah, who knows? Welcome to the Coltrane Tuesdays show for this, the 7th day of September in the year 2021. Yes, this is the first Coltrane Tuesdays show in September of this year, so that's cool. And that means I'll be doing an original song this week. This week I am revisiting a song that my songwriting partner and I wrote, I believe more than a quarter century ago. And yeah, so I'll talk a little bit about that. I'll talk about that part of my songwriting past and my formation as a performer and musician. I'll talk about some other things that are coming up here in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania in the coming weeks, and we of course will play the Not for Coltrane Stump-the-Band game. In case anyone is unfamiliar, I will explain. The Not for Coltrane Stump-the-Band game works so that people who are live online with us give me song suggestions and I have to respond to them whether I know the song or not. If I do know the song, I will go ahead and play it. If I sort of know the song, like I've heard it a bunch of times, but I never actually figured out how to play it, I will have to figure out how to play it here in front of you on the webcast. If I do not recognize the requested song at all, I will have to make up a brand new song right here on the spot with the same name as the song that was requested, thereby technically satisfying the requirement. That is how we play the Not for Coltrane Stump the Band game. So anyone who is live online with us, this is a great time for you to get in your requests. And of course, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, tell more of your other friends. If you're watching this on the replay, hi, welcome. It's cool that you're able to check this out. By all means, set to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so that you will get an alert when I'm going live next week at 12:30 in the afternoon, or just set your calendar, make a note. Oh hey, Mike is doing his thing at 12:30 in the afternoon on Tuesday, so I should go over and check that out because it's fun to do live in the moment. So, we're going to get started with a song that I helped put together many, many years ago. I've talked on the show more than once about my songwriting partner, Jonathan. He and I, we're very... a lot of what I do is inspired by the things that Jonathan and I put together. And in fact, many of the songs that I perform on a regular basis to this day are ones that Jonathan and I wrote together. In most cases, Jonathan put together the lyrics and the melody, but then I would sort of flesh it out into, put the chords to it and sort of determine what it was actually going to sound like when we would actually perform it. So songs including Fuzziness and Breath, of course the title track to the latest EP, New York to Baltimore, Waiting, and Wind in the Rain. All of those were ones that I put out recordings of, and you can find those on Spotify. Those are ones that Jonathan and I wrote together. Others that I perform on a regular basis that the two of us wrote together include things like, Ain't That the Truth? Sometimes I'll do one called Apology, or Living Out Loud, or I guess Living Out Loud was not one that I co-wrote. It was one that Jonathan wrote with another of our friends. Anyway, so yeah, the various songs that Jonathan and I put together quite a while ago are ones that I still play on a regular basis. Some of them I don't play quite as often. Most of the ones that are in rotation are ones that we wrote while we were in college. We had been working together on music through significant portions of high school. And I don't really know why exactly. I don't do as many of the songs from that we wrote in high school. I suspect some of it is because we kind of had a more developed sense of songwriting and how to play off of each other and how to put things together. And we're doing some fairly sophisticated things in some of the songwriting when we were in college. The things we were writing earlier tend to be a little less conventional, and because of that sometimes are harder to fit into a normal set. But this song is one of the favorite ones that we ever put together. Jonathan initially came to me with it. I'm like, yes, we absolutely need to do this right away because this is a really, really cool and really, really interesting. Yeah, it still is a little hard to fit into a set list, but it is one that definitely stuck with me. The song is called Saint Josephine. We'll see how this goes. She was born into a vein arranged she could become. She was born into a life that was too numb. She found gain on sugar cane, a sweet kind of Oh, I threw myself off. I'm thinking too hard about it. I haven't played the song on a regular basis, but I need to just let the muscle memory go and just carry me on through to because I have played this song quite a bit. Okay, I'm going to try this again. Saint Josephine, hopefully more worthy of actually going out on the internet. All right, Saint Josephine. A life that was too numb. She was trained on sugar cane, a sweet kind of release. She was trained to swallow lies, the nurse was her TV. She was a rock and roll child and she has been denied. And her world was flowers and touch, and it's been compromised. But God died and made it right. But God died and made it right. But God died and made it right. But God died and made you. Up inside a world, a girl with no respect. She grew up encased in gray, a prison of neglect. She found gain on Novocaine, a swift kind of success. She found truth inside her wounds each time she got undressed. Inside these chains, these limbs that just won't work. She found solace and surprise in every strung out jerk. But God died and made it right. But God died and made it right. But God died and made it right. But God died and made you. Saint Josephine, the day she turned 19. She told all those other fools the visions she had seen. She reclaimed her rightful name of daughter, sister, worth. She crawled out of that cocoon, the bottle of her birth. And she is macabre love, and she is smiles and sweat. And this world may still break her down, but it hasn't done it yet. God died and made it right. God died and made it right. God died and made it right. God died and made you. God died and made it right. God died and made it right. God died and made it right. God died and made you. God died and gave you. God died and saved you. Made you. There you go. Say, Josephine, I have a bit of the yips today. I think in part because, well, as other performers might be able to tell you, when you do know a song really, 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 really well, for one thing, it's possible to go on autopilot, and so sort of your mind wanders to something else that's completely unrelated to the song. Also, though, there's the fact that I haven't played it a whole lot recently. All of the knowledge of how to play it is in there and is in the muscle memory. But yeah, it's like, wait, am I doing it wrong? Am I doing it? Now I actually have done it wrong. So yeah. Anyways, so yeah, very. I think there's a lot that's going on there narratively. It's one of the things that's striking to me about it is how impressionistic it is, but also there's a very clear narrative thread, and that's something I really struggle to do and when I'm writing on my own. Is to have that sort of impressionistic quality, because I'm usually very, very focused on the narrative itself. That was a song that we did end up playing in a couple of churches over the years. At our band's farewell show, we played in an actual church, and I think we had an actual church organ playing on it, which was really pretty cool. There's another time we played it, I believe, as part of some, I think it was a Unitarian worship service, and my understanding is that someone actually got up and walked out during the song. They were offended for us singing about what God died. To me, the idea of God dying is one that actually crops up, of course, in Christianity, but also in more than a few other religions, of the idea of a God who dies, who sacrifices himself, herself, themselves for the good of humanity or the good of the universe. Sometimes, often to be resurrected, but not always, depending on the beliefs and the stories told within that faith tradition. The story that I was told, that Jonathan told me about where that particular turn of phrase came from, he was joking around with another friend, and I think it was the other friend, sort of like, well, it's a common thing to say, or not super common, but it's not unheard of to say, well, like, who died and made you king, right? This idea of, this sort of assumed responsibility. And the friend said a variation on that as a joke in this conversation. What God died and made you right? How ridiculous would it be that whatever you just said is valid or accurate or just or right? And that phrase stuck with Jonathan, and he tweaked it just a little bit. And yeah, I think a really interesting song that hints at abuse, that hints at lots of things that our society is still struggling with all of these 25 years later. So thanks very much to Jonathan for bringing that song to the table and for working with me to shape it into what it ended up becoming. So, in just a moment, we will play the Not for Coltrane Stump-the-Band game. Looks like there are not a huge number of people who are live online with us, but in case anybody is or drops it in the middle of the explanation, I will mention this. We play the Not for Coltrane Stump-the-Band game like so. People who are live online with us will give me song requests, and I have to respond to them. If there isn't anybody who is live online with us, people who have seen me in person, live in other circumstances, can fill out these little request cards, and I'll then put them in this bag without looking at them, and I will draw one of these out. So even if you can't watch live, if you come out and go to one of the shows that I'm playing in person, you can still play the Not for Coltrane Stump-the-Band game, and I'll give you a shout out during the show, and if I can, I'll tag you on the Facebook afterwards to say, hey, come check this out. If the song that's requested is one that I know, I probably won't have rehearsed it, but I will go ahead and play it. It's one that I know, it's one that I have the ability to actually go ahead and play, so yay. If the song that's requested is one that I sort of know, like I've heard a dozen people play it at open mics, or I've listened to it a bunch of times on the radio, or just sort of out in the ether is something that I'm aware of, but I haven't actually learned how to play it, I will then have to figure out how to play it while I'm here in front of you. If the song that's requested is not one that I know, or at least not one that I recognize by its title, I will then have to make up a brand new song right here on the spot with the same name as the song that was requested, thereby technically satisfying the requirement. That is how we play the Not for Coltrane Stump the Band game. It looks like I'll be pulling one out of the bag for today, but just in case anyone does drop in, I will stall for just a moment, and I will tell you about other things that are happening here in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, or more broadly in this part of Pennsylvania's Lehigh Valley, or maybe even beyond. Sometimes I'll talk about things that are happening elsewhere. So this past week, the SouthSide Arts District here in Bethlehem, PA, invited me to perform at the reception for the ribbon cutting for the brand new streetscape mural at 3rd and Adams Streets, I believe, in here. No, 3rd and... Anyway, it's on the south side. It's on 3rd Street. Drive along. I don't remember if it's 3rd and Adams or 3rd and Webster. But very, very cool by the bank there, very near Color Me Mine. And I got to play at that reception, which was wonderful. The Southside Arts District is not done for the season, because coming up in just a few weeks, I believe on the... Let me double check the date here. I should have done that before. But we have an event called Chili Fest coming up on the 18th of September. Now, you may remember an event, we've called it Spring on the South Side. It used to be called Spring on 3rd, What's on 4th. So Spring on the South Side is what it's been for the past couple of years. It's always involved a chili cook-off among a bunch of businesses on the South Side. Not all of them restaurants, and not all of them specializing in chili, but the employees and people who are involved in these businesses put together their own chili recipes. And it is a competition. It's a chili cook-off. It has often been in the spring, but this year, COVID. So this year, Chili Fest, as it's called, is happening in the fall. It's coming up on September 18th. And as has been the case for many years in the past, I am involved in it. I'm not performing at it, but I am going to be emceeing and helping to run things at the main stage for Chili Fest, which is, again, happening most of the middle of the day on the 18th of September. I'm going to be working with Seth Witcher. I'm going to be working with Karen and Amy from the Beautiful Distortion. I'm going to be working with the Wonton Soups. Those are the folks who are going to be on the main stage between the hours of 11:30 in the morning and 4 in the afternoon. At 4 or thereabouts is also when we'll be announcing the winners of the Chili Cook-Off. And during the day, there will be lots of other live music with local performers all over the South Side. People including Keith Hewlett, Claudia and Liliana, Neil Grover, and others. It's definitely worth coming out and walking around and checking out the music. You can check out all of that music for free if you do want to participate in sampling all of these various chilies from all over the place. The Chili Passport, I believe, is $20. You can go to the Southside Arts District website to get those. And in fact, I'll be posting links in the description afterwards. So check out Chili Fest 2021, September 18th, all over the south side of Bethlehem. The main stage will be with me on the Greenway. So come check out Seth Witcher, Karen, Amy, and the Wonton Soups. It's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, come out and do all of those things. And now it is time. Oh yes, one other thing I should mention is that next week I will be doing a Stump-the-Band Do-Over. So when songs come up for the song request, I have to improvise something in the moment. It's not always very good, and often has only sort of a tangential bearing on what the actual song is that someone was thinking of. So on a regular basis, at least once a month, I will go back through songs that have come up as a request. I will actually learn how to do the song. I'll spend at least a few hours learning how to do the song, coming up with an arrangement that will work with just me and my guitar and whatever pedals I can throw at it. So if there's been a song that's come up as a Stump the Band request recently, or not so recently, that you think I should revisit and actually learn how to play, let me know. Send me a thing in the comment or put a thing in the live chat right here. So yes, let me know what you think I should do for next week's Stump the Band Do-Over. But let's see if I get stumped right now. Chances are good. Alright, going into the bag for one of the requests. Since I have actually been starting to do live in-person shows again, there have been some new requests coming in. I have no idea what any of them are. I don't even know all the people who have put in these requests, but we'll see. We'll see what this one is. Huh. All right. The request is, I'll put this so I can see if you can see it. Oh man, that's just totally washed out. There's no way you're gonna be able to read any of that. Oh wait, what? If I can shadow it, there it is. Sort of. All right, House of Memories. Owen Lanning, House of Memories. Owen, I'm not 100% sure who Owen was. I think Owen was one of the Lehigh students who was hanging out when I was playing at the Bethlehem Farmers Market over at Lehigh University's Farrington Square. House of Memories. I have no idea. What that song is. I'll try to post a link afterwards if I can find the House of Memories. So I need to make up a song now called House of Memories. House of Memories. It sounds like it would be. It could be sort of bitter. I'm thinking it could be kind of wistful. That there's definitely going to be some sadness. This is a place of memories. The memories themselves could be happy, but the context in which we're experiencing those memories now, connected to this place, this house, has a sort of a bittersweet quality to it. House of Memories. No, that's... I don't want to just do High and Dry by Radiohead, although I do kind of like that idea. That's cool. Maybe that's where it starts. So yeah, there's definitely kind of there's a Goo Goo Dolls song that it's close to, it's High and Dry, it's a little close to, but also like it feels like it could just generally sort of be a country song of some variety. All right, so yeah, all right. So this is not going to be high art, but we're gonna put together something. All right. I need some lyrics to start with. I think I know what this is probably going to be. All right. Step inside, take a look around, take a deep breath in, nowhere to hide from these ghosts, these memories that all keep flooding in. How can I exist in a world should I here in this house of memories? This house of memories. Sit upon the stairs, take a look around, feel it all coming. I cannot help all these thoughts where we've been. We didn't think we had found our way, thought we had made up peace, but I find I cannot let go. I cannot get release. This house of memories. In this house of memories. Where did you go? Where did you end up so far away? Where did you find your place? Will we meet again someday? Find my way through this life. See if we can, through the pain and the strife. I don't know if we might meet again someday. Out there in this universe, could there be a way outside this house of memories? Somewhere beyond this house of memories. Yeah, beyond this house of memories. Definitely not the worst thing I've ever come up with on this show. So thanks very much to Owen for that request. I don't know. I feel kind of okay about that. I feel like that had some coherence. It might have actually had some emotional resonance. Yeah, that one's okay. So thanks very much to Owen for that request for House of Memories. I'm very grateful for that, and I hope that, I think it's unlikely, but you never know. If you come across this particular video at some point, yay, that would be very cool. And whenever I am out in person doing a show somewhere, I hope that you will get in a request for the Not for Coltrane Stump-the-Band game, or that you can watch live with us next time that we do this. Like I say, next week I'll be doing a Stump-the-Band Do-Over. If you have an idea of what that song should be that I do over, yeah, let me know. That would be awesome. And of course, I hope you also come out and see all the performers at Chili Fest 2021, coming up on September 18th here in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. So until then, or until next week when I'm right back here in this space and we play the Not for Coltrane Stump the Band game again, please take care of yourselves, take care of each other. My name is Mike. I am Not for Coltrane. I'll see you next time.